All right, so it has been a while, and so I wanted to take a moment to go ahead and uh, give you an update about what's going on with Gran and how she's feeling and things like that. I'm sure you guys have talked to her recently and probably have noticed that she's much more lucid and clued in and kind of the person we used to know back in the day, which is exactly why I probably haven't done a whole lot of updates. She's doing really, really well. And so I figured I'll take a minute or two. We just had a meeting this morning with one of the doctors from her neurology group. Not her specific doctor, but someone who was going to go over this memory test that we did back on, was it like June 7th or July? It was a while ago, July 7th, I don't know. It's been a bit. If you didn't know, we tried to do it a follow up for that appointment 2 weeks ago. There was a whole bunch of problems with FaceTime, and it never happened. And so they finally did the meeting today. Mom was at Oakmont with one of her caretakers in the room, helping to answer the questions of the doctor that Mom might not have been able to answer. But she did a pretty good job of responding to everything that the woman asked about. I was on one of the caregivers' phones, just listening into the conversation and interjecting as I could. And it turned out really, really well. So up until now, Mom has been on two medications, one for her shakes and one for her emotional state, or antipsychotic is essentially what they call it, but the doctor says it's more of a mood evener. So Nudexta and this other drug. So on the call today, they decided that because they did the memory test and Mom got like a 17 out of 30. Which isn't fantastic, but she said given her age and given where she is in Parkinson's and all that other thing, she was actually not terrible, but it could have been better. So they recommended a new drug called, hold on, rivastigmine, 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 which apparently is a generic drug now, so that's covered by insurance, and it is something that they give to help with memory. And so she was very encouraged by the idea that Mom was doing much, much better, and that she was kind of emotionally and more personality-wise the person that we knew for a long time. So that's good. And now she says this third drug should help with her memory. And so maybe if everything works out the way that it's supposed to, Mom may become more like the 50, 60-year-old person we knew versus who she had become over the last year or two, which is really, really good. Mom even recognizes what's going on, which is great. They also made a slight change to her medication because she reported, they had made some changes since she'd been here to her shakes medication. They used to be 3 times a day. It was a particular kind of medication. Then they'd move to 4 times a day. And the 4 times a day really did pretty much eliminate all of the shakes altogether. But Mom was still complaining that when she woke up in the morning after basically 12 hours without any medication, she would be shaky for the first hour, even after they gave her the medicine. So the doctor now has changed. So she basically was taking one particular kind of medicine 4 times a day. She will now take that medicine the first 3 times of the day, 8, noon, 2, and then when she would normally take that medicine again at 8 o'clock at night, she's going to now take a kind of a stronger dose, continuous release that will last for the night. So 3 times of the kind of immediate release right now medicine and 1 time of this longer continuous release medicine overnight. So hopefully it sounds like things are working in the right direction. The people at Oakmont notice the difference. Mom notices the difference. I notice the difference. Hopefully you do too. And so that is the current status of where Mom is right now. And I think she's doing really, really great. I have encouraged her to send a text message off to Dallas and see if she might be able to start that process. We've also been working on some of her emotional stuff. She had been depressed a little bit, and so we have been working with her together about her choices, about what kinds of things she focuses on. Should she be watching so much news, that kind of thing. And then she's been really receptive to it and has been making a lot of progress. We got a long way to go because she has lots of habits that has been kind of reinforced over a long number of years. but she's doing well. She's doing well, and so